Welcome to another episode of Mysteries of the Deep. Today we delve into one of the most perplexing maritime enigmas of all time, the Mary Celeste. For over a century, this ghost ship has intrigued historians, sailors, and mystery enthusiasts alike. Discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872, the Mary Celeste was in perfect sailing condition, yet her crew had vanished without a trace. Why did they abandon a perfectly seaworthy vessel? What were the circumstances that led to their mysterious disappearance? Before we dive into the theories and evidence, let's take a step back and explore the origins of the Mary Celeste and the fateful voyage that led to her becoming a ghost ship. The Mary Celeste was a brigantine built in Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia in 1861. Originally named Amazon, the vessel had a rocky start, experiencing various misfortunes, including a collision and a fire. After changing hands several times, the ship was renamed Mary Celeste and came under the ownership of a consortium led by James H. Winchester. In November 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York City, bound for Genoa, Italy. The ship was captained by Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned mariner known for his meticulous nature and strong sense of duty. Alongside him were his wife, Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia, and a crew of 7 experienced seamen. Captain Briggs was a man of impeccable character, deeply religious, and highly respected in maritime circles. His crew was carefully selected, each member bringing a wealth of experience and skill to the voyage. The ship was loaded with 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol, a valuable yet volatile cargo, making the journey both lucrative and risky. As the Mary Celeste departed from New York's East River on November 7, 1872, there was no indication that this voyage would end in mystery. The weather was fair, the ship was in good condition, and spirits were high. Little did they know, this would be the last time Captain Briggs, his family, and the crew would ever be seen. What could have caused such an experienced captain and his crew to abandon a perfectly seaworthy vessel? With the background set, let's explore the theories and evidence surrounding the disappearance of the Mary Celeste's crew. December 5th, 1872. A day that would forever be etched in maritime history. The British brig Dei Gratia was sailing through the choppy waters of the Atlantic when her crew spotted a vessel adrift. As they approached, it became clear that this was no ordinary ship. It was the Mary Celeste. The crew of the Dei Gratia cautiously approached the seemingly abandoned vessel. Captain David Morehouse, a friend of Captain Briggs, led the boarding party. The sight that greeted them was eerie and unsettling. The Mary Celeste was in good condition, her sails were partially set, and there was no sign of damage or distress. Upon further inspection, the cargo of 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol was found intact. In the captain's cabin, personal belongings, including Captain Briggs's navigational instruments and charts, lay undisturbed. The crew's quarters were similarly untouched, with clothing and other items neatly arranged. The ship's logbook was up to date until November 25th, but it offered no clues about the fate of the crew. There were no signs of a struggle, no evidence of foul play. It was as if the crew had vanished into thin air. The lifeboat was missing, suggesting that the crew had abandoned ship. But why? The weather had been fair, and the Mary Celeste was seaworthy. Theories began to swirl, but concrete answers remained elusive. What could have driven such an experienced crew to leave a perfectly functional ship? As we piece together the fragments of this maritime puzzle, the mystery only deepens. The Mary Celeste, a ship adrift with no crew, has become a ghostly enigma that continues to baffle historians and maritime enthusiasts alike. Now let's delve into the theories and evidence that attempt to solve the mystery of the Mary Celeste. As we navigate further into the enigma of the Mary Celeste, we encounter a sea of theories attempting to explain the crew's mysterious disappearance. Let's explore some of the most compelling and outlandish possibilities. First, the notion of, could there have been unrest among the crew, leading to a violent overthrow of Captain Briggs? But if that were the case, why abandon a perfectly seaworthy ship? Next, we consider pirates could have attacked, forcing the crew to flee. Yet, nothing was stolen, and no signs of struggle were found. This leaves us questioning the likelihood of this scenario. Then, we delve into a sudden storm, waterspout, or seaquake might have panicked the crew into abandoning ship. The missing lifeboat supports this theory, but why leave behind a secure vessel? Finally, we venture into the realm of the... Some speculate that sea monsters or ghostly interventions claimed the crew. While these theories capture our imagination, they lack tangible evidence. Each theory adds a layer of intrigue to the Mary Celeste mystery. Though the truth may remain elusive, the legend of this ghost ship endures, captivating minds and sparking endless debate. Now, with these theories in mind, let's piece together what we know and attempt to unravel the truth behind the Mary Celeste's haunting disappearance. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Mary Celeste, one critical piece of evidence stands out: the missing lifeboat. This single detail has fueled a myriad of theories about the fate of the crew. Firstly, let's consider the theory of a sudden storm. The crew might have been forced to abandon ship in haste, taking to the lifeboat in a desperate bid for survival. But why would experienced sailors leave a sturdy ship for the uncertainty of open waters? Next, we examine the possibility of a mechanical issue. Perhaps a fire or a dangerous gas leak made the crew believe the ship was no longer safe. The lifeboat would have been their only refuge. Yet, no signs of fire or damage were found on the Mary Celeste. Then, there's the theory of a waterspout or seaquake. Such a natural event could have caused immense panic, leading the crew to believe the ship was about to capsize. In their panic, they might have taken the lifeboat, hoping to escape the imminent danger. Lastly, we cannot ignore the more fantastical theories. Some suggest that the crew encountered something otherworldly, be it sea monsters or a ghostly presence. In their terror, they abandoned ship, seeking safety in the lifeboat. The missing lifeboat remains a tantalizing clue, hinting at the crew's final, frantic moments. It ties into each theory, adding a layer of complexity and intrigue to this maritime mystery. Now, with the lifeboat in mind, let's piece together the evidence and attempt to unravel the truth behind the Mary Celeste's haunting disappearance. The Mary Celeste was found adrift, but remarkably in good condition. This fact alone deepens the mystery surrounding its abandoned state. Let's examine the evidence left behind. First, the ship itself was seaworthy, with no significant damage. The sails were partially set, and the rigging was in good order, suggesting that the crew had not been facing an immediate crisis when they left. This raises an intriguing question. Why would experienced sailors abandon a perfectly functional vessel? Next, we turn to the crew's personal items. These were found undisturbed, with no signs of a hurried departure. Clothing, tools, and even valuables were left behind, further indicating that the crew did not expect to be gone for long or did not have time to gather their belongings. This detail adds to the enigma, as it suggests a sudden and unforeseen event. The cargo of the Mary Celeste was also untouched. The ship was carrying a substantial load of denatured alcohol, which remained securely stored in the hold. This is significant because it rules out piracy as a motive. Pirates would likely have seized the valuable cargo. Moreover, the presence of half-full alcohol barrels suggests that no leakage or dangerous fumes were present to force an evacuation. Lastly, the ship's logbook provided no clues of impending danger. The last entry was made on November 25, 1872, and gave no indication of any trouble. This leaves us with a perplexing scenario: a seaworthy ship, an undisturbed crew, and untouched cargo, all abandoned without explanation. As we piece together these facts, the condition of the Mary Celeste becomes a critical component of the mystery. It points to an abrupt and unexpected event, one that left no trace and no survivors to tell the tale. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Mary Celeste, we turn our attention to one of the most crucial pieces of evidence: the ship's logbook. Found in the captain's quarters, the logbook provides a daily account of the ship's journey, offering a glimpse into the final moments before the crew's disappearance. The last entry was made on November 25, 1872. It was a routine note, detailing the ship's position at sea and the weather conditions. there was no mention of any trouble or distress. This entry is perplexing because it indicates that, at least up until that point, the voyage was proceeding as expected. The calm and matter-of-fact nature of the entry contrasts sharply with the sudden abandonment of the ship. Examining the logbook further, we find that the Mary Celeste had encountered rough weather earlier in its voyage, but nothing out of the ordinary for an experienced crew. The entries show a pattern of skilled seamanship and steady progress across the Atlantic. There were no hints of mutiny, illness, or any conflict among the crew. The logbook's final coordinates placed the Mary Celeste near the Azores, far from any known shipping lanes. This remote location adds another layer of intrigue. Why was the ship so far off course? Was it intentional, or had something forced the crew to change their route? The absence of any distress signals or calls for help in the logbook suggests that whatever happened to the Mary Celeste's crew occurred suddenly and without warning. The ship was left adrift, but in good condition, with the logbook providing no answers to the pressing questions. What caused the crew to abandon ship, and where did they go? As we ponder these questions, the logbook remains one of the most enigmatic pieces of the Mary Celeste puzzle. It offers a snapshot of normalcy just before the crew's mysterious vanishing act, leaving us with more questions than answers. As the Mary Celeste drifted into maritime history, it didn't take long for investigations and trials to follow. The ship's discovery sparked a flurry of inquiries, each trying to untangle the mystery of its abandoned state. The first official investigation was led by the British Admiralty Court in Gibraltar. They meticulously examined the ship, her cargo, and the scant clues left behind. Notable maritime expert Frederick Solly Flood spearheaded the investigation. He was convinced that foul play was involved, suspecting insurance fraud or piracy. However, despite his suspicions, no concrete evidence was found to support these theories. The American consul in Gibraltar, Horatio J. Sprague, also played a crucial role. He was initially skeptical of any criminal activity and leaned towards a more natural explanation. Nonetheless, the lack of definitive proof left the case unresolved. The Mary Celeste was eventually released from custody and continued her voyages under new ownership. But the mystery of her crew's disappearance persisted. Years later, the case was revisited by various historians and maritime enthusiasts. Some proposed that a sudden seaquake or underwater volcanic eruption might have caused the crew to abandon ship in panic. Others suggested that the ship's cargo of alcohol could have leaked, creating a noxious atmosphere that forced the crew to flee temporarily, only to meet their demise elsewhere. Despite numerous theories and extensive research, the investigations and trials surrounding the Mary Celeste yielded more questions than answers. The ship's condition, the untouched cargo, and the absence of any distress signals or signs of struggle continued to baffle experts. As we piece together these historical investigations, we edge closer to understanding the enigmatic fate of the Mary Celeste. Yet, the true story remains elusive, shrouded in the mists of maritime lore and speculation. As the Mary Celeste drifted into the annals of maritime legend, it not only captured the imaginations of historians and investigators, but also left an indelible mark on popular culture. The mysterious disappearance of her crew has inspired countless books, movies, and documentaries, each adding their own interpretations and dramatizations to the tale. One of the earliest and most famous literary mentions comes from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes. In 1884, he wrote a short story titled J. Habakkuk Jephson's Statement, which fictionalized the Mary Celeste's voyage and introduced elements of murder and intrigue. Although Doyle's account was purely fictional, it helped cement the ship's legacy in the public consciousness. Over the years, the Mary Celeste has appeared in numerous films and television shows, each offering their own version of events. From the 1935 film The Mystery of the Mary Celeste, starring Bela Lugosi, to modern-day documentaries on the History Channel, the story has been retold and reimagined in various forms. These dramatizations often blend fact with fiction, sometimes leading to famous misconceptions about the ship and her fate. One common misconception is that the ship was found in a state of complete disarray, with signs of a violent struggle. In reality, the Mary Celeste was discovered in relatively good condition, with her cargo intact and no evidence of foul play. This discrepancy between fact and fiction has only added to the intrigue and mystique surrounding the vessel. The allure of the Mary Celeste extends beyond traditional media. The ship has also been referenced in music, art, and even video games. Her story continues to captivate new generations, each drawn to the unsolved mystery and the eerie sense of abandonment that surrounds her. As we delve into these famous theories and pop culture representations, we realize that the Mary Celeste is more than just a ghost ship. She is a symbol of the unknown, a canvas upon which countless stories have been painted. Her legacy endures, reminding us of the enduring human fascination with the unexplained and the mysterious. The Mary Celeste's story has lived on through the centuries, not just as a maritime mystery, but as a symbol of the unknown that continues to captivate our imaginations. What is it about this ghost ship that draws us in, even today? Perhaps it's the sheer enigma of an entire crew vanishing without a trace, leaving behind a perfectly seaworthy vessel. Or maybe it's the human need to solve puzzles, to make sense of the inexplicable. The Mary Celeste taps into our deepest fears and curiosities, reminding us that despite all our advancements, some mysteries remain beyond our grasp. The ship's legacy has been preserved in countless ways. From literature to cinema, from documentaries to video games, the tale of the Mary Celeste continues to be retold and reinterpreted. Each retelling adds another layer to the mystery, keeping the story alive in the public consciousness. But it's not just about the mystery itself. The Mary Celeste represents something more profound, the enduring human fascination with the unknown. In a world where almost everything can be explained, the Mary Celeste stands as a testament to the fact that some questions may never be answered. And perhaps, and that's what makes it so compelling, as we reflect on the legacy of the Mary Celeste, we realize that it's more than just a ghost ship. It's a reminder of the limits of our understanding and the endless possibilities that lie beyond. The story endures, not because it has been solved, but because it remains a mystery. As we draw near the end of our journey through the enigma of the Mary Celeste, it's time to reflect on the most plausible theories behind this maritime mystery. Was it a violent storm that forced the crew to abandon ship? Could it have been a sudden seaquake that caused panic and chaos? Some believe in the more fantastical explanations, pirates perhaps, or even alien abductions. Yet, despite all these theories, the truth remains elusive. The Mary Celeste continues to defy explanation, challenging us to think beyond the ordinary. But now, we turn to you. What do you think happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Was it a natural disaster, a human error, or something more mysterious? We invite you to share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Your perspective might just add a new layer to this enduring mystery. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. Your engagement fuels our quest for answers.